Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining M-Skull. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum. And now, join us as we speak with your favorite Filipino celebrities and inspiring people. This is the podcast for global Filipinos around the globe. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Live from New York and New Jersey, the #1 only show in the East Coast. Your host, Jesse and J-Cats.
Boom! Energy, energy, energy! Hello! Kumusta po kayong lahat? Happy Friday po sa inyong lahat. My God! Especially dito po sa New York and New Jersey sa buong US. So, good evening po sa aming dearest USA. It's Happy Friday. TGIF ngayon. Thank God it's Friday. At sa Pilipinas naman po, it's 10 a.m. Naku, napakaaga.
Correct.
Oo, pero Saturday naman sa Pilipinas. Dito po, Friday night ng 10 p.m. So, sa inyo po, sa mga magpagising pa lang or magigising pa lang or natutulog pa, guys, my God, abangan nyo po itong aming, my God, special guest. Ang topic namin ngayon, one of our favorite, talagang idol namin, yung mom ko, pinapanood to lagi.
Correct.
And, tapos, kami naman, bata pa kami ng brother sister ko, talagang idol namin to. My God, talagang the best of the best, diba, J-Cass? And ikaw naman, J-Cass, go!
Yes, at masaya po ito kasi ito po yung parang second Halloween special natin for Over a Glass or Two, di ba?
Yes, malapit na Halloween. Ako, malapit na.
And of course, kahit po malakas ang hangin at malakas ang ulan dito sa New York, isa pa rin pong good morning sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide universe!
Hi guys! Excited na kami, my God. Talagang malapit na mag-Halloween, di ba? Yung malapit na trick or treat. Naku, malapit na.
Is it
also,
Sunday? Sunday, di ba?
Sa Sunday
officially.
na. All Souls Day. All Souls Day na ba? All Saints Day muna, tapos All Souls Day, right?
Yeah.
Oo.
But kids and people are already doing their trick or treating most probably tonight and tomorrow.
Oo. Hindi, sa Sunday actually dito sa US. Tsaka hindi lang yun. Yung mga, actually this Sunday we're planning to go to Sunday or Monday sa church. Oo, kasi my dad passed away years and years ago. So, since hindi naman namin madadalaw ang puntod, masyadong malalim ng dad ko in the Philippines. So, of course, we will just pray for my dad and for souls ng mga who passed away, di ba? Yes. My God, teka, bago natin introduce ang ating special guest, ang dami-dami ng for sure nag-aabang. We would like to say hi sa mga unang-unang nag-comment.
Sino pa natin?
Oo. Kay Morales, hello, good morning. We love ya.
Of course,
andito po si,
unang-una.
oh my God, andito si, teka, ang dami namang overglass. Jasmine, Jasmine. Good morning. Uy, Cake is here. Hi, Cake.
Hi, Cake.
Dorothy, hello. I know you're so busy. It's okay. We're gonna talk more, okay, with Ate Maris.
Blessilda, Makabali interested. Yes, interesting po ngayon.
Oh my God, interesting, sobra. Ate Pilar Mateo, Ate Pilar, thank you
Ate
so much for
Pilar.
coordinating. Yes, for
Hello.
coordinating with Mr. Jaime Licauco, di ba? And dito si Bam Marigold. Hello, kumusta? Naku,
Hi,
very
Bam.
interesting tong topic na to. Yes, and thank you so much, Daniel, also, the assistant
Yes,
of
Daniel.
Mr. Jaime Licauco, di ba? Kasi siya yung nag-coordinate sa atin. Yan.
Sabi ni
Ate
Jasmine,
Camille is
Jasmine.
here. Oo,
Ganda,
Ate Camille,
ganda mo daw,
Andres
blooming ka
is
daw.
here.
O, diba?
Sinong nagsabi? Ikaw ang blooming?
Jasmine, Jasmine.
Ay, Diyos ko, hindi. Naku. Ano lang yun. Katang isip lang po. So anyways po, i-introduce ko na ang ating special guest for tonight. Okay, guys? Our special guest for tonight is a respected parapsychologist, paranormal, and psychic expert, author and teacher of management in the Philippines. He obtained his master's in business management degree as a scholar from the Asian Institute of Management and his bachelor's of arts degree, major in philosophy and English, magna cum laude. Oh my God, ang talino nito.
Correct.
From San Beda, Manila.
Ay,
He is
Bedan din
considered-
siya. Oh my God.
From San Beda, yes. He is considered today as the Philippines' foremost authority on inner mind development, creative and intuitive management, paranormal phenomena, and Philippines mysticism?
Mysticism, yes.
Mysticism, so I pronounce it right. Okay, he has written 21 best-selling books and numerous articles on these subjects for more than 25 years. He is also a co-author of Intuition at Work, a book that has been published in San Francisco, California. He has appeared as a guest in numerous television and radio programs in the Philippines and even abroad. Several of his books have been translated into German, Polish, and Japanese languages. Ang taray, my God. Let's open our minds, all our senses, and maybe our third eye this Friday night. Guys, please welcome paranormal and psychic expert, Mr. Jaime Licauco.
Licauco!
Hello. How are you?
Hello po.
Hello po. Good morning po, fellow Bedan. Kuya Jimmy, ako po ay galing sa San Beda College, Alabang naman.
Naku,
yes.
taga San Beda. My God,
Benedictine
kumusta po
Abbey.
kayo?
Benedictine Abbey, yes.
Opo. Kumusta po kayo? My God, it's an honor po. Maraming salamat po for honoring our show.
Thank you very
Would you
much.
like to say hi to everyone who's watching?
Hello.
All over the world. Yes.
Around the world po to.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
Ay, okay po. Anong oras na po dyan ngayon, sir?
Now it's 10, 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. Naku,
10
napakaaga.
a.m.
Hindi ba po
Around.
namin kayo na-disturb? Kasi baka mamaya na-disturb.
It's
Hindi naman.
morning. Yes.
So ano po kayo? Lagi kayong nagigising ng maaga?
Depends. Yes.
It depends, oo.
Around
Naku,
6,
maraming
7
salamat po. Opo, marami po kayong fans dito sa US. Naku, and all over the world for
Talaga?
sure. Nagtutune in. Oh my God. Actually po yung mom ko, my mom was like telling me nung pinost namin yung poster niyo po, yung art card, my mom was like, oh my God. Kasi po, we've been listening. My mom has been listening. Tapos nakikinig din kami nung bata pa kami. That's why we're a fan. We're a huge fan.
Oh, thank you
maraming
very much.
salamat po. Naku, maraming salamat po. Sir, teka, bago po tayo mag-start ng mga kwentuhan about your life and so many topics po na talagang nilista namin. This time talagang naglista kami ng topics kasi ang dami. We don't know where to start. Meron po kailangan po namin kayong i-welcome. Meron po kaming protocol dito. Meron po kayong iniinom dyan. Water.
Well,
tea.
just, you won't believe it. Name 3. Mint
talaga
leaves.
po? Talaga po?
Mapait na mapait.
Mint leaves.
Mapait na
Mint
mapait.
leaves is
Saan
a
po yan?
medicinal plant.
Okay. Aba, mukhang okay yan. O, sige. Baka matry nga yan. Okay po. Sige, i-welcome po namin kayo, ha? Okay po. Yes.
Kami po,
Sa sambayan ng
mga alak
Pilipinas
po kami.
po. Yes, sorry po kasi ala kami. Okay. Sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming dearest USA. Guys, let's all welcome Mr. Jaime Licauco. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers po.
Cheers!
Cheers po kayo lahat.
Cheers po! Sir, isa pa po. Pwede pong picture.
Picture naman po. Picture naman po.
Oops. Oh, okay.
Toast po tayo. Tapos yung picture. Okay,
Okay.
pa. Sige pa. 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Kwentuhan na
Ayan.
po tayo. Ayan.
Alright.
Sir Jaime, maraming salamat po talaga. Thank you so much for honoring our show. It's such an honor. I mean, we were not expecting that. We just tried to reach out, and then thank you for reaching out for agreeing to be our guest here in Over a Glass or Two. And thank you Ate Pilar Mateo. Nako, siya talaga yung she was the one who helped us connect with you. Maraming salamat po. Yes, sir, question. Kwentuhan mo nga po tayo. Kumusta po kayo? How's everything po sa Manila?
Well, it's not so good in Manila. The quarantine and restrictions very strict, and we cannot go out. The senior citizens cannot go out of the house, so it's really difficult here. This isolation, people are becoming restless and all that, and there's growing suicide rate. So it's very bad here. The number of infection is growing. Sometimes it goes down, it's going down, but sometimes suddenly surges up. So it's like that in other countries also, and it's difficult times we are in right now all over the world.
All over the world. Actually, sir, here in the U.S., especially in New York and New Jersey, we're open already. Yeah, it's like normal. Like we
Can you speak
go.
louder because I'm not so.
Sorry po. Yes, actually in the US po, especially in New York and New Jersey, we're open. It's like normal. The normal livelihood right now. It's like we don't have to wear mask all the time. Once in a while, most of the time indoors. When we want to go to inside a restaurant or any event po. You can't hear po. Apa.
Yes, I can. I'm just
Apa.
talking to somebody here now.
Apa.
Okay.
Oo. Sana po one of these days you can come to the US kasi open na po dito. What they require po. Ano
I
po?
my visa has expired already, so it's difficult.
Well, it's never too
Pero
late.
nakapunta na po kayo dito sa New York before?
Yes, I think twice, and also New Jersey. I have a cousin in New Jersey before.
Talaga po.
Matagal na yon, in the 1970s or something.
Talaga. Did you do
I've been there. That was a long time ago in New York, and it has changed so much.
I'm sure that was a long
iba pa
time
yung
ago.
landscape noon, oo.
Opo.
Yes.
Was it like a vacation, or what? Did you do like a symposium and teach
Yeah, it was
everyone?
just a vacation. Visiting my relatives there.
Aba,
My other trips in the U.S., and I've been to many places, in Colorado and Nevada and elsewhere. So many different. Indiana are all because I was invited to speak in those areas.
My God, sir, no,
Yes. I've
you-
been in the U.S. many
times.
before.
I'm sure not just in the US, all over the world
Oo,
too.
buong mundo.
All over the world.
Di ba
Yes,
po?
I have been all over the world. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
giving lectures.
What's your favorite country po? Sa lahat po ng mga napuntahan nyo, what's your favorite country?
Switzerland.
Oh my God. Yes,
Kahit
I
po
love Switzerland.
kamahal-mahal,
It's so, we were there like a few years ago. It was so expensive, but it's
Yes.
beautiful, right po?
Pero ang
Switzerland
ganda nga
is,
doon.
It's amazing. Yes.
Oo, yung mga mountains nila.
Oo. So nako, sana, I hope one of these days po makapunta po kayo dito sa US, no? Especially sa New
Ulit,
York and New Jersey.
Hopefully, if I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, you never know. Anything is possible po. Yeah. So sir, kwentuhan na po tayo. So sir, ito kasi kanina we list down, actually since the other day, we've list down a lot of topics that we can talk about.
Sure.
Sobra po, ang dami-dami yung, the abilities that you have, the psychic, the special power that you have. There's so many. Like what, 1 or 20 or 30 on the list that we wrote. So, sir, question is, we don't know where to start eh. So, first question po is, kwento nyo naman, like, how did that special ability started? Was it like, did you inherit it from your family, or you just, when you were really younger, you just started seeing ghosts or anything? Can you tell us po about how it started?
Yeah, in the first place, I want to explain. I don't have any special abilities.
Apa.
That's not possessed by anybody. There's
Okay.
nothing special about me. This is something that has been misunderstood. No, everything that I can do, anybody can do, and I cannot always do it all the time. I've had so many experiences which are extraordinary, and I really don't know where it comes from. I've channeled spirits. I've walked on fire. I've done so many crazy things. I have been hacked 6 times. Yeah, six times in different parts of my body with a bolo, with a force enough to cut my body into half, but I didn't get wounded. So there are many strange things that I have done just to prove that there is something beyond the physical reality. Because I was very interested in something that cannot be explained by science. You see, I want to know what's behind it. The first thing I started with the faith healers of the Philippines. It was very controversial. Totoo ba yung meron nun? And nobody really studied it in the Philippines thoroughly. There were studies done by the United States, by the Americans, by the Europeans, the Swiss, the Germans, and other parts of Europe, but not the Filipinos. So it's always been a question, and so I tried to find out totoo ba ito? And after 25 years of research on this, I can tell you without any fear of contradiction or without fear of any, with proof, that psychic surgery is real. It's true. And we're the only country in the whole world who can do barehanded psychic surgery. We're the only one.
Really?
It's indigenous.
Sa atin lang po ba yun, yung kamay ginaganon po sa...
Totoo ba
Kamay.
yun?
Oo,
See,
may dugo.
that is why science cannot believe this, because how can you make an incision on a body with your fingers? The Brazilian healers can do it. I've been to Brazil. I have observed a Brazilian healer doing psychic surgery, but they're using instruments. They're using knives, scissors, and sometimes even a saw, yung lagari,
Opo.
to open up the body. The Filipinos use their hands. So from the Western standpoint,
Oh, wow.
we are all fraudulent because
Really?
they cannot accept it. And yet, we have proofs it happens. I myself have been
Kasi-
operated on my prostate gland, and
Wow.
there was ultrasound before and after, and it was proven to be effective. No, nawala yung prostate gland enlargement. No, and X-rays, many other things, examination of blood and all that was done, but these are all ignored. No, the proofs are ignored. We have already a concept; it cannot be done. Therefore, everything is false. Everything is fakery. That's not true. And this is true for all the other paranormal things now that we have. Those people, for example, who say there are no ghosts, are people who have never seen a ghost. Those people who say you cannot walk on fire without getting burned have never walked on fire. I have done this. I have talked to ghosts. I have walked on fire. I have been hacked several times in my body. I've done so many crazy things just to prove
wow.
that this is true. Even anting and all those kind of things. But anting we prove is not true. I mean, everything was no. I'm not so sure about that. But yet I try to prove things beyond the ordinary reality. So I was very curious. I don't know why it has become a passion for me.
Anong age po yun? What age was that?
Excuse me?
What age did it started that you were so
I just
curious about
graduated
it?
from AIM at that time. I graduated in 1970 and 72. And after 2 years, because I had to how do you call it? Disengage my mind from the management side, not very strictly management. And it was 1974. I got introduced to this controversy about the faith healers, and I started watching them. I have observed about 35 different healers in the Philippines and one in Brazil, personally. And so that's when I started. It is out of curiosity.
Kasi
that I
po
wanted to find out.
Yung ano po yan, ang psychic healing po, ang parang naalala ko po, napanood ko po dati, sinasabi na to defraud it. Yung iba daw may hawak po na dugo na sa kamay prior to the starting of the surgery, at may meat na ano ba yun, kung ano bang hawak nila. So kayo po, nakita niyo po ng bare naked eye ninyo po talaga na wala po silang hawak na ganun, at
That's
talagang
and it's crazy. One of the criticisms that I have is that they're hiding a blade, a small blade to open the body. If that is so, how can they close it without any trace? See, they don't talk about the closing. They talk about the opening, which you can open with a knife or a scissors, or scissors, razor. But it closes. So how can you explain that? They don't say that. And I have never seen somebody doing any fraud out of 35 people. Perhaps I have been deceived. Okay, it's true. It's possible there have been trickery. Possible. But I have not found any. And yung sinasabi nyo, yung mga entrails, sabi na, it came from the blood of animals and pigs and all that.
Yes.
Because you know what was happening before? Our healers were giving away the samples, not samples, but the one that they take out from the body. When they ask for it, the healers just give them away. But then the Americans, especially the Americans, they were substituting these tissues with animal tissue. Then they have it laboratory tested. Therefore, what happens is that they say it's animal entrail, animal blood, because they have substituted it. So after that, our healers became very worried. They don't give out the specimens anymore unless they want to do the examination in their presence. So that is what happened. They were substituting it. So very deceptive. But the Europeans are more honest, no? The European investigators, and I have several statements from scientists from Europe who said that they have not found any fraudulent act by the healers. Iba yung mentality ng Americans. There was one particular doctor he died already, but his books have been made into movies. He went to the Philippines for 1 week, complained about the mosquitoes, complained about the dust and all that, and then he distorted everything and made a lot of lies, and then said that all the healers are fake. Now, Alfred Stelter, the parapsychologist from Germany, who's a friend of mine, was a scientist, and nuclear chemist, started went to different people that this doctor interviewed, and he said in the book that he was lying. Stelter said that of this American doctor. He's dead now. Several of his books have been turned into movies. He's a very good writer of fiction, and so he wrote a book about a doctor in search of healing, something like that. And Stelter proved him to be just a fiction writer. He distorted everything and lied during and this is not really objective. That's why I'm very worried about this. I'm sorry if they turn out to be Americans, but that is really what happened.
Grabe. Parang I wanna dig in more. Like maybe later after this, I will start researching about it. But
buti po, sir, curious din ako kasi out of curiosity po, di ba? Buti, number 1, hindi po kayo natakot. At number 2 po, nasaktan po ba kayo yung ginawa po yung operation sa inyo mismo?
Oh, there was no pain. See, the real psychic surgery is painless. If it is painful, that's not real.
Oh, wow.
It should not be painful. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, hindi ako natakot. 30 minutes akong ina-opera, And,
oh my God, that's
very
interesting.
Here, there, and everything. It was a woman healer from Makati who did this. For 30 minutes, he was doing.
Is she still alive, sir?
I have pictures of it. I have a video of it, but the video I cannot find. I have pictures.
Oh, wow.
Of the operation.
Do you mind sharing the name, or do you mind sharing the name of the person who's from Makati?
Well, no, she's not doing healing anymore. She got sick.
Okay.
Unfortunately, she stopped healing.
Yeah. But sir, to change the topic, of course, since we talk about the Philippines, only in the Philippines, right? So I'm just so curious, no? Kasi syempre I've been living in the US for like 21 years. But how come, like, of course we talk about like yung mga spiritual elements or ano, I don't know, like yung mga manananggal, yung mga aswang, pero hindi nag-exist yan dito. It doesn't exist in the US, but only in the Philippines. Like, you know, like you go to like mga Siquijor, you go to like South, ano ba, sa mga Eastern Bisaya, dun lang daw nag-exist. So why do you think in only in the Philippines but not in the US? And do you believe in on those things, like yung mga aswang, mga kapre? No,
There is
you don't.
no, there is no proof about the existence of aswang and manananggal. I don't believe in it. These are all folklore, mythology. There's no proof. But there is proof about elementals, no? Yung mga duwende, nuno sa punso and all that, no? Enchanted beings. May proof yan. So, I don't believe in something without proof. Walang proof ang aswang. I've been to Capiz 3 times and to Iloilo, no? And looking for aswang. I have never found any. So I don't believe in it. No, it's not true. But
So guys, hindi pala totoo yan, ha?
all over the world, in Ireland, in Thailand, in Indonesia, it's universal.
So, Sir Jimmy, sa kanya po ba masasabi na totoo ito kasi gusto niyo makita niya ng bare eyes ninyo? So, when we talked about the duwende na may proof, did you see it with your own eyes or sa video lang po at picture?
Very interesting question. Actually, I have not seen the duwende, but their trails, no, their footsteps and things that happen. I have, in fact, I was with Dr. Stelter when we examined the footsteps or embedded, no, on cement.
Ang liit nun.
By the duwende. Napunta ron, no, na parang embedded as if the cement was still wet, no. Pero hindi na, 2 years na yun, no.
Matigas na.
And so this is not possible. And we saw that, and I have pictures of it. So there is evidence, no, for the existence of duendes. And I have pictures also of duendes that have appeared in pictures. But actually seeing them, I have not. No, but I have talked to people who have seen them, like even Mayor Cuneta, Pablo Cuneta, was playing with duendes when he was young. So there are many. Ang daming proofs eh.
Ang daming, yeah. There's a lot of books and actually mga movies and the videos that, you know, they can watch documentaries about it. But so what about yung ano po? What about your first experience of communicating with a ghost? I'm sure that definitely you've experienced that. What was
Yes.
when was the first experience that you had?
I cannot really tell you when and then it's not really speaking to them. They speak to me. They give me messages, no? But I don't really talk to them. There's difference, no? Some people think that I can talk to the dead and call on the dead. I don't do that. They give messages to me in a trance, no? When I got into a trance, and this have been verified, no? The messages I received from them. So it's not scary at all, no? Because I am in a trance when this happens. And I'm like a channel, like a medium. Although I never admitted that because I never admitted that I was, but I've been receiving so many messages from Marcos when he was dead, from a lot of other people, even from my brother-in-law when he was on the wake and gave me a message which was confirmed by the wife, and several others, about 7 of them, spirits of the dead. I have received messages from them. So this is something that's true. For me.
Oh yeah, but sir, okay, question. So what about like I know you have that the ability, right, to communicate with the spirits. What about us, like ordinary people? So we can talk about like yung mga third eye, lalabas yung mga third eye na yan. So do you think everyone has it, or
yes,
can we develop it as well?
Yeah, that's why I have seminars for that. Everybody has this, no? It's not something. That's why I said there's nothing special about me. Everybody has a third eye. Everybody's clairvoyant and everybody's psychic. But sometimes it comes out only during stress, no? Or during times of danger, or when it's necessary. It manifests. Everybody has it, and you can talk to just anybody, and then ask them, have you ever had any experience of this nature? And they will tell you, oh, when I was young, I'm like this. And they will tell you they were able to predict something, and then, you know, ang daming istorya tungkol dyan, no? The people are able to detect something which is important. I'll tell you just one story. It's an American
Sige po, story. Okay.
Uh, there was a couple who had a baby in another room in a crib, and
Opo.
it was how do you call it? The weather was good. Then the wife said, went to the other room where the child was in the crib and got the baby to the room. And the husband asked why. I don't know. I just felt like getting the baby. After a few minutes, there was a thunderstorm and there was lightning and heavy rain. And the chandelier on top of the crib broke and landed on the crib of that baby who was there a while ago. If she did not take the baby out, the baby would have been killed. How did she get that? She just thought of it. That's intuition, you see. And many stories are like that. No? So anybody can have
So
this.
we
That's
have
a true story, but that's documented. Another one, this is also documented ito kasi that's why I use this, because may documentation. An American housewife was cooking lunch at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then she felt a very piercing pain on her chest, and she fell to the floor.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't know why. What ang sakit-sakit, no? The next day, there was a message from the Philippine of U.S. Army, the military, saying that her son was killed in Vietnam at 1 o'clock in the
Oh
afternoon
my God.
of U.S. time. So,
Wow.
why did she receive that? Because at the point where the son was shot, he thought of his mother, and the mother got the message. She felt the shot, but she did not know it was a bullet shot. It was only afterward, one
So
day
it's
after.
the same spot. It's the same spot
And
that was
this is
shot.
documented stories ito. No? Hindi ito
Connected kasi.
sabi-sabi ng ganyan. May documentation ito. May pangalan ng sino yung sino yung nagsabi. No? Everything was investigated. Ang dami niyan eh. There's so many cases like this, but people ignore it, no? Ako hindi eh. Pag makita ko yan, titingnan ko, no? Meron bang katotohanan nito, no? Or kababalagan.
So that means we all have our intuition talaga. Ako naniniwala ako may intuition. Yung iba lang, mas na-enhance, mas gifted, right? So that's the reason why you have like classes that guys, we will promote, sir, your classes and everything on our show. So a lot of people can enroll. So, sir,
Yes, it's online. Anybody in the world can enroll.
Can
Yes.
enroll. So pwede siyang ma-develop. Kasi sir, ito for example, like ako, niloloko ako lagi ni Jay kasi, Bax, meron ka siguro, like, I think I have, but I just try to ignore it. Most of the time, since I was younger, like, I can mostly dream about people who died, and then after, who will die, all the time. It's always on my dream. And sometimes I cry because I always tell my friends, even my mom, even actually direct, I'd be like, this is the reason why I don't want to dream like this, because it usually happens. So, why do you think I have that ability, or should I develop it? Because I'm kind of scared. Yes.
Well, if you're scared, then don't. No? But there's nothing to be scared about. The more you'll be scared if you don't develop it. See, we are scared because we don't know. So the cost of fear is ignorance. What is the cure for ignorance? Knowledge. Yeah. So the more you know about it, the more you will not fear about it. Yeah? So you have to really involve yourself in it. They're not to conquer your fear. Otherwise, you will forever be in fear until you die, and you will never know. So in my class, I have proven people learn telepathy, even telekinesis, remote viewing, psychic diagnosis. They can do it in one day. They can have 5 or 6 different skills develop in one day or 2 days.
Sir, mag-enroll ako.
Uy, gusto ko yan. Gusto ko ng telekinesis.
Sir, for example,
In November, I will have several of this and remote viewing, soulmates, karma, and reincarnation.
We're gonna talk about that. Oh, yeah, para at least, kahit just lang po about the topic about, soulmates, karma, yan yung mga gustong topic nila eh. Pero sir, I'm so curious. I think I'm gonna enroll. Because I'm kind of like scared a little bit kasi po, years and years ago, you dreamt about 9/11. Actually, I dreamt about 9/11, all these things. And then I bought a tarot. So,
Tarot card.
tarot card. So, that was like, okay, you know what? Sige, let's try it. Kasi it runs in our family. I have some aunts who's been doing that. So, I tried it like years ago. And then the moment I started, it was like, nobody was there. I don't know if it was meditating. I don't even know how to meditate. Like, so I was just like, it was so quiet and I was trying to meditate. So I was just, like shuffling and everything. Sir, it was broad daylight. It was summertime. And then there was like a wind. I was closing my eye. I closed my eyes during that time. And there was a wind. And then I saw the curtains just trying to there was a breeze inside the room. And I was like, after that, I started screaming, but no one was inside the house. So I started like throwing the tarot card and I started running and I went outside and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And since then I tried to I kept until now I still have the tarot cards until now. But I'm kind of scared. But I'm like, you know what? Now that I'm getting older, let me try to venture into that again. So dun po lalabas yung mga symposiums niyo po in November.
Yes.
So
I
pwede
have
pala talaga.
mga 3 or 4.
Sir, yung mga nag-enroll ba sa inyo kahit po online kayo ba nararamdaman niyo agad kung mas malakas pa yung ability niya kaysa sa iba?
No, I don't read. I don't try to read.
Hindi niyo ano yun.
But they are able to do the exercises. No?
Oh,
You
there's
have the
a certain
exercises, okay.
exercises.
Yeah,
So
it-
even
it's
for
on
a person, opo.
It's on hand. I mean, it's something practical.
Oh. So what about, sir? For example, a person like Derek and JCAS. Both of them, they don't really have that. They don't dream about anything. Like I'm the one who's like most of the time be like, by the way, guys, I had a dream about this, and then after a few days, they'll be like, Jessie, mangkukulam ka. Oh my God, it happened. I'm like, I don't even know. I just had a dream about it. But what about those people like JCAS and Derek that they wanna maybe open? Is that what you call the third eye? So can that be developed as well? Can they hone it?
The dreaming. See, people who say they don't dream, they just don't remember the dream. But everybody dreams. No? There was a study conducted by Dr. Stanley Krippner and Montague Ullman in New York, in Buffalo. And there is a dream laboratory. In the dream laboratory in New York, Buffalo, New York, by Stanley Krippner and Montague Ullman, where they show that everybody dreams. No? And they were able to prove that you can influence a person dreaming when you can influence a person's dream. If you're awake and there's somebody asleep, you can influence and then you examine them later on. They could dream what you have told them to dream. So these were findings of Stanley Krippner, still alive. He is in Cybrook Institute in San Francisco, and he is a friend of mine. No? He's one of the most respected parapsychologists in the United States. No? Many awards and so many scientific papers he has written. He's
So
still there.
pwede
He's about 95 years old already.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Until now, 95. Galing ha? So sir, wait. So for a person like anyone can open their third eye?
Yes.
So you can teach them how to open? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Kasama po ba dito, pwede po bang open ang third eye, pero ang gusto ko lang po is certain abilities like telekinesis.
Exactly, yes.
Yung mga gusto ko lang, kunyari ayoko po talaga makita ng multo, pwede po bang pigilan nyo o hindi?
No.
The floodgates will open po talagang ganun
If it
nga.
goes
It will
once to appear,
open?
if it goes up once to appear to you, it will appear whether you like it or not.
Boom, ayun lang.
There is
Can
a
you close
message
it?
that you have to convey.
Can you close it, sir? Can you close it?
No, the third eye is not like a door that you open and close. No? It's a faculty of it's the faculty of the brain. No? It's a faculty. It's there, and it's related to the pineal gland. No? According to one theory, but it's just a theory that the third eye is the pineal gland, which is in the middle of the center of the brain, at the very center of the brain, inside. There is a small organ, cone-shaped organ called the pineal gland or pineal gland, and that is related to this, no, to the third eye.
Oh, so
And,
sir, what about
There's a study that was conducted because people say that women have better intuition than men. And is there a basis for this? There was a study
I was about
conducted
to ask that.
that the reason for that is that women's pineal gland is slightly bigger than the pineal glands of men. See, and that's the reason. And also, there's another part of the brain where the women has advantage over the men, and this is the reason why they're more intuitive. So there is a biological reason for it. No, it's not a theory.
Oh, so that's why meron pong mga intuition about women na parang, ayan, about pineal gland. May mga
there it is.
intuition po, pineal gland talaga, no? Like, just,
Yeah,
kasi,
Daniel, I think put this on.
oh, wow. Kasi po,
Okay.
tawag nito, that's the reason why minsan ibang women intuition, no? Yung tipong, girl, I feel like I know that he's cheating on me. I know, I feel it. So, always trust your intuition, women
Yes.
intuition.
That's right. It's always correct. Reason can be
Sorry.
mistaken, but intuition is always correct.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Sabi, Sir Jenny Umalis here, by the way. She said that Jimmy told me I am aswang the first time he saw
Oh
me.
yes, Jenny. Yeah.
Jenny,
Yeah,
Jenny, we want to have an interview
Hello.
with you, Jenny, ha? Opo, she's a friend po.
Aswang daw is witch.
Aswang
sa
is witch.
kanya,
So, yung nga po, speaking of Jenny just said that the first time you saw her, you called her right away na aswang. So, how
Yeah,
can
I'm
you
just
discern?
joking. I joke.
Joke lang po
Okay,
yun,
you're just joking.
Hours. No, it was just a
Oo.
joke.
Pero po, can you discern, speaking of that po, can you discern, not right away, right? But once you start
Yes.
talking to the person,
Once
oh,
I
you
start
can?
talking, yes, I can. Yeah. It's
Kami
easy
po
to
ni
do.
Jcas. May nakikita
Ikaw, you
kayo?
have
You have-
very high. You have
Ang
very high
malakas po,
intuition.
ang malakas po yung kay Jessie, no?
Yes, very, very. No, aswang yan.
Sabi ng kape.
That's what I call aswang.
Sabi ko na nga, abay, kasi lagi ko nalang pinipig. Ay, sorry tawa, mabilis lang na kwento to Dito sa bahay namin, anywhere I go, nagugulat lang ako, sir. I'm just curious. Kaya November, sir, after this, mag-i-enroll talaga ako. Lahat ng mga classes mo. I was just curious kasi anywhere I go, sir, I would know right away. I don't see them, but I know right away if there's someone is here. Meron laging, what do you call this? Goosebumps.
Oh, hindi tao yan,
And then
diba?
I would
Oo.
just start doing this. I was like, there's 3 people. I would just start saying it. And they'll be like, I was like, there's 3 people here. I don't know. And then I would start talking. And sometimes they don't know. I tried to hide it, but I'll start talking. But I didn't know that I was talking loudly. But for me, it was like I was just talking to myself. But I didn't notice that I was talking a little bit loud that they can hear. So gumagano ako, can you just please, come on, andiyan ka na naman.
Si Jessie gumagano.
Please, leave. Ganon, as in, gumagano na ako. Tapos gumagano sila, what the heck? Sabi ko, ayoko na dito. Let's go, let's leave. So I'm like, now that I'm getting older, mag-e-enroll po ako sa inyo.
You see, I told you, you're aswang.
Sige na nga, hala ka, sige. Go, i-enhance na to.
Sir, nadidiscern nyo rin po ba kung isang tao ay malakas man o hindi ang kanyang ability pag nakausap ninyo or na-enhance through your classes, kung gagamitin niya po ba ito sa masama o sa mabuti, yung intention nila?
There is karma. You can use it anyone you want
let's
to,
talk
but there
about
is a
that.
repercussion. So you cannot escape karma. Whatever you do will come back to you. So it's up to
Exactly.
Correct. Kaya naniniwala talaga ako dyan.
Sir, speaking of karma, you just mentioned karma. I know if they enroll on your class, they would know more deeper about karma, right? But at least just an idea about a deeper meaning of karma. Kasi sabi nila, sir, we had an interview with one psychic. He said that, nagtataka kasi ako about other people, no? Na they're really good person, like, but for some reason, laging parang bad luck. Parang laging may haters, laging ganito, even if like may good and, di ba, merong mga good luck and bad luck, right? So, ibang topic yan. But then one of the psychic friend of mine told me like, Jessie, it's because doon daw papasok yung metaphysics, or yung mga ancestors mo na you inherited those karma from your ancestor. So you're not supposed to do anything bad.
That's the wrong concept of karma. You don't inherit karma from your ancestor. It's an individual thing, no? It's the wrong concept. Karma is how do I mean? It's just like a physical law, no? You do something, there is an effect. That effect is karma. So whether you believe it or not, it has a consequence. To me, the best way, the easiest way to explain karma is this. No? It's like a physical law. Karma is not a moral law, strictly speaking. It's a physical law, similar to, for example, if I hold a stone and then I let go of the stone falls to the ground. Why? Because gravity pulled it, no? Not because it's being punished. You get it? Not
Oh,
because the stone
got
is being
it.
punished. It pulls down because there's gravity. So, in other words, there is a consequence. That consequence is karma. So you do something. That something that you did, may consequence yan. That is the karma, your consequence. So Edgar Cayce, the great American psychic, no,
Yes.
said that karma is simply meeting yourself, meaning meeting the consequences of your action, which you have done in the past, and only now you're meeting it. No? So that's karma. And people have been using karma in a wrong way. They think it's a moral law. It's not. No, anything you do will have a consequence. That consequence is karma. You cannot escape it. You cannot escape it. It will have a consequence. No?
It will. Pero sir, bakit may good luck and bad luck? There's some people that, grabe, parang whatever I do, it's always like, it always end up wrong. Ang dami, parang the crucifix is like very heavy. Is that because of the karma? I mean, how do you explain
Yeah,
that?
well, it's possible. It's because of what they have done something good in the past, and it is just giving them back, no, the reward that they have done in the past. That's why they are always in this situation, or they might have a very strong intuition or psychic ability that they are able to be in the place where there is good things will happen. So there are many factors, no, that we cannot say exactly. No, but yeah, there is
Oh.
something. There is something as
Oh.
luck. And it's not really luck. It's really meant to be.
It's
Oo,
just
it-
destiny, kumbaga totoo ba po yung masa palad mo? So
It's
kung
bound to happen.
if it's bound to happen, it's destined for you to become a superstar or for you to win the lottery. So that means whatever path that you would choose along the way, it will really happen. It's bound to happen because it's
Yeah, well,
destiny.
if it's
That's your
meant to,
destiny.
if it's meant to happen, it will happen no matter what you do. And if it is not meant to happen, no matter what you do, it will not happen. What is meant to
Oh,
be.
ay, ayan na, now it came to my mind. Or, hold on one sec. So about meant to happen, right? So what about yung mga people that kasi deja vu, di ba? We can talk about deja vu. Like yung tipong, wait, I've been here.
Marami akong ganyan
So
parate.
bound to happen to meet JCAS, bound to happen to meet you, bound to happen all these people that we met across, along the way during your journey in life. Is that true or it's just coincidence?
No such thing as coincidence. No such thing. Everything has a cause. There are 4 hidden laws of nature. Ano ba yan? Nakalimutan ko na yan. There are
Apo.
4 hidden laws of
Apo.
nature. One is the law of affirmation. What you affirm becomes a reality. Number 2 is law of attraction. You attract what you are. Number 3 is the law of compensation. Whatever you do will come back to you. That's karma. Number 4 is the law of causality. Everything has a cause. Nothing happens by chance. These are the 4 hidden laws of nature. And if you understand this, you will understand your whole life, what you're doing here and what the whole life is all about. Just understand the 4 laws of nature. Everything is governed by that, all our lives.
So kung halimbawa, kami ni Direk at ni JV, kaming tatlo po, kami Ate Pilar, yan si Ate Pilar, bound po talaga kaming mag-meet.
Yeah, it's bound to meet because you have decided to meet in your past life, to meet here.
So paano po yung mga parang kaaway mo na kaagad or biglang parang nagka-clash na kayo? So
the same
were you
thing.
probably from your
wala
past
naman
life?
wala siyang ginagawa masama sa'yo, pero
Nagalit na
talagang
lang
hindi mo
bigla.
talaga siya gusto.
Oo.
May ganun po ba?
It's the same thing. Both great love and both great hatred bind you to another in the next life. So if you don't want to meet your enemy again, just forgive that person. And if you love somebody also very much, that also binds you to that person in the next life.
Oh
Both
my
great love
God.
and great hatred bind you to another in succeeding lives that you have.
Oh my God. So walang coincidence. So Diyos ko, siguro magbe-best friends kami po
Are
nung
we,
nung
are
bata
we able to
kami.
find out like what we are in the past? Like ano po ba
Opo.
ako? Reyna po ba si Jessie noon? Ako po Duquesa?
Okay, so, ano po ba kami noon? Ano ba?
Oo.
Animal ba po kami?
Well,
Let's say, opo.
You can do a hypnotic regression and you can find out who you were in the past.
Natry
you
niyo po
may
yun?
attend, you may attend my seminar on Soulmates, Reincarnation. There is a meditation I do where you can find out your past lives. It's that's very safe process.
We can do it po even virtually? We can do it virtually?
Yeah. It's I have conducted several seminars on soulmate online, and about 50% of the classes are able to see something significant. But not all, no. Some do not see anything, but 50% of the participants are able to see something significant about their past lives.
Ito
Kayo
po,
po?
sir. Ito po, sir. Mahilig po talaga ako sa sci-fi at saka sa mga X-Men, mga powers nila. Yung po mga teleporting and traveling back in time, are these somehow true in your mga pinag-aaralan niyo po?
Opo. Ay, na-try nyo na po yun?
Let's be clear, no? Iba yung teleportation at iba naman yung going back in time, no?
Yes.
You can teleport but not necessarily in another time at the same time. Teleportation is really being able to go instantly to another place, no?
In a snap, yes.
Traveling in time is entirely different thing, but there have been cases of people who have traveled in time without knowing it, no? Transported into another time period. And I have at least 3 cases of this, no, on record.
Oh, wow.
It's true.
Na-try nyo na po yung ganun? Nag-teleport na po kayo sa
You don't try it, it happens, no? See, okay.
It happens?
Here is one documented case. There were 2 American women who went to Paris, and they were walking the tourist area. Then they turned to the corner. It became, I think, 16th, 17th century. Anyway, a previous era, previous centuries, and yung mga kanilang clothing, yung architecture, and they saw Marie Antoinette and all that. And when she was going to be guillotined, and when she was arrested, and sabi nila, wow, how nice, or how these Parisian people, they can recreate everything like it was before, no? And nobody was they were walking, but nobody is minding them, no? And everything that they saw was in that 17th century, no? Was it 17th century? Anyway, 1700 yung si Marie Antoinette. So the next day they went back to that place. They could not find it anymore. It's modern. So what happened there? They were transported into another period without their knowing it, no? And they checked on the history. Everything they saw was in the history book, no? Exactly what happened.
Ang swerte naman nila. Gusto ko yun.
What happened there? They were transported without their knowing it to another plane of existence.
Accidental
Ayan,
time
oh.
travel incident. Oh,
Rodero.
Marie Antoinette.
Oo.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So kayo po, experience nyo po, na-try nyo po na nangyari po sa inyo? One experience?
No. Going back in time, no.
Wala pa. Oo.
Opo.
No.
Pero yung astral po, nag-astral na kayo?
Astral projection.
Many times I have been out of my body. That's very common. Almost everybody has gone out of her body. If you dream that you are flying, no? Have you had some flying dreams?
Yes, ako madami.
Oh, yeah.
Marami ka.
Ako madami rin.
If you dream that you're flying, you're actually flying in your astral body. But your physical body is asleep. But your astral body is really flying. See?
Oo. At saka feeling ko talaga totoo. Yung totoo talaga. Sa feel ko talaga siya parang
Yes,
totoo.
exactly.
Oh my
That's
God.
really true.
Yung sumisirko-sirko pa talaga ako. Ganyan. Oo.
Oh. Because you're actually flying in your astral body.
Paano pag nahuhulog ka bigla?
Oh,
Ayun,
yun nga po.
gagano
Yung
ka.
question po ni Direk. Paano yung, kasi ako so many times yun
Yung
nagpa-fly
magigising ka.
ako, tapos bigla akong mahuhulog.
Yeah, because you wake up.
Kailangan mag-landing ka, girl eh. Siyempre.
Oh my
Oo.
God. Kailangan talaga, yung
Ayan.
landing.
O, diba?
Pero, sir, ito question Okay, so, napag-usapan niyo yung mga astral. Paano naman po yung for example, now that I'm holding this, sabi na yung mga anting-anting, di ba? You believe on that. Yung mga charms po, sir, tsaka yung mga statues and mga oils that you have to put pang paswerte. I mean, what about you? I mean, do you believe in that? Or do you do
It's
seminars
actually
for
your
that?
mind, no? If you believe it's worth it, you have a particular stone or a statue or whatever it is, no, or a crystal. If you believe it will bring your luck, it will bring your luck. It's your mind that brings your luck. You see, when you put something to it, no, very clearly and strongly, it happens. It's your mind that does it, no? So it is true. It can influence your luck or bad luck depending on how you look at it. See?
Oh my God. Parang,
sir.
sige. So, dapat kailangan
ito
yung
pa.
mga
So it's the mind,
asin-asin.
it's your mind that's doing it.
Oo.
Oo, kasi po yung sinasabi nila tipong, naku, parang ano nangyari sa'yo ngayon? Ang dami yan eh. Tipong, every Tuesday and Friday, you have to make sure that you have to take a bath with Himalayan salt, pink Himalayan salt, every Tuesday and Friday. Yung mga ganun po.
Kasi
So,
meron daw
mga bad
nagkukulam.
elements na yung mga bad things na mga juju na
Nagdadasal lang masama
who
against
curse
someone.
yung against you. So kami naman, sige na nga, what's the worst could happen? Just try it. And then eventually you'll start thinking like, oo nga no, parang a lot of good luck is been happening to my life ever since I started doing it. Also, it was because we believe on it and so mind over matter.
And you're
sabi nga ni
attracting
ate.
it. You're attracting
you're
it.
attracting
Diba?
it. So yun din po ba, sir? Do you teach that on your seminar?
Which one? That one? No, no.
Okay.
There is no. I used to have a seminar like goal setting, how to make goals come true. I used to do that, no, but I don't hold it anymore. There are many things that I cannot do online, which I can do in person, like psychometry and all that. No, it's difficult. Telekinesis, I have not tried doing it online, but yun nga, for the first time I tried this past life regression in a very safe way. Because normally I don't do it online. People have been asking me if I can conduct hypnotic regression online. I said no, I don't want to do that because something can happen. But I'm not there. I cannot control. Suppose you go into a traumatic experience in the past, and I'm not there. It's dangerous. So I don't do that online. But in my seminar, I have a very safe method of knowing your past through a deep meditation. I guide you into your past. As I said, about 50%. Not all are able to do it. So I cannot guarantee that you will see something. But 50% of my class are able to do it.
Oh my God.
Ano po yung sabay-sabay po, kunyari kami, sabay-sabay po.
Sabay-sabay sila. But they're individual naman eh. Sabay-sabay sila, but it's only you that's thinking. It's silence, no?
Okay, so ang ano po ulit yun, just for the past life, ano po yung mga seminars that you're conducting right now? So for those people that are interested.
One is self-healing through visualization. No?
Visualization.
That's only a 2-hour program. And the other one, which yung Soulmates, 3 hours, Soulmates, Karma, and Reincarnation. And they also teach how to meet your soulmate. What are the characteristics of soulmate encounter?
Sir, sige nga, I know that you have to enroll, guys, okay, for you to know, like, to broaden your knowledge about soulmates. Sir, can you at least give us a gist of like about your class, like what are the things that they're supposed to expect, and one factor that how can you meet your soulmate, and how can you discern that that's your soulmate right away?
And there are 5 characteristics of a soulmate encounter, which I enumerate in my book and in my seminar, where I discuss this. If these 5 elements are there, then you have met your soulmate. There are certain characteristics, which I have developed or have in research. And if you have all of these factors, then that's your soulmate. If not, if one of missing, it's not. Okay.
And you're talking about soulmate, sir. Ang soulmate lang is romantic love, right?
No.
Hindi ito kaibigan.
Soulmate is more spiritual than romantic. It's a misunderstanding of this thing. Soulmate is not a romantic thing. It's just it has maybe the element of the emotional part of it, but it is more spiritual. No? There is a meeting of the spirit rather than just the emotions. Okay, romance is just emotion. But this is higher than that, no? It's your very being. Mahirap explain, no? Unless you go to the seminar.
So pwede po ito kaibigan lang o kamag-anak.
No, if kaibigan lang is just you can have probably karmic partners, but that's called karmic relationship. Soulmate is entirely different level of relationship.
Iba pala yun.
Iba
yun.
yun. O sige.
Ang soulmate is
Kailangan,
soulmate.
Guys,
Soulmate
please,
siya.
there's so many people are watching right now. Please make sure, my God, talagang ipobombard po namin siya talaga para mapanood, para mag-enroll sa inyo. Kasi I wanna enroll.
It was flashed earlier. I saw the...
we will flash it more. Like, even if after this, we will flash it talaga. Kasi, my God, ang dami Sino po?
The links are in the...
The links, by the way, are there. So, who wants in the description
nasa live
below.
comments po.
Ako, sir, ha? So, where can we enroll? From your website, right?
Yeah, there's
As a links.
a number
Okay.
that you can call.
Sige. Mamaya. My
And Daniel
God.
will answer.
And Kuya Jimmy pala, may tanong po pala ako. Ngayon po sa pinagdadaanan natin na pandemic around the world, where is this connected to sa mga pag-aaral ninyo po? Is this mysticism, spirituality? Is this alien related? Ano patingin ninyo?
It's bound to happen because we have actually abused the earth, and the earth is just retaliating. It's trying to preserve itself. And but we are being assisted by the extraterrestrials. We have information that they are doing what they can to help humanity. But it is so massive that it will take time. But we caused this thing. Humanity caused this to happen by abusing nature, abusing the environment. We're actually killing the earth, and so the earth retaliated and created this thing. You see.
Oh, wow. So wait, speaking of na-mention nyo, sir, kanina about extraterrestrial E.T., yung mga ganyan, mga aliens.
Naku, gusto ko po yan, mga aliens.
Kasi po favorite po talaga ni Direk yan and ni JCast. We always watch, sometimes I don't even mind, let's say I'm reading or something, they just always like watching documentaries about aliens. Like, kayo po ba, have you ever experienced dealing with aliens?
Yes, I have met one in 2010. I met one female E.T. inside a boulder in Quezon, and we talked telepathically. And she's the usual thing that you see, with the big eyes, big head, small nose, small mouth. She was completely naked, but she had no breast. No, she had a flat breast like a male, and she has a rubbery gray skin, no hair at all, and she was completely naked. But I can only see up to down to the waist, because she is like in a tunnel down, and she stopped me from going there. She said that I cannot bring you down. It's when your next visit, and I thought I was just hallucinating because she was inside the boulder. My physical body was outside, but I was inside with my astral body. I was in a trance, and after that, during lunchtime, I told the group, there were about 15 of us, and I said, I saw something. And she said, somebody said, I saw also something. And I asked, what did you see? And he described exactly the same being that I saw. So I know that I was not hallucinating. I was not imagining. There was somebody who saw the same thing that I did. So I have met an alien, a close encounter of the third kind.
Wow.
See?
Matagal na po sila dito?
Oh, since the earth was born, nandito na sila. They've been here millions of years ago. Millions. They're around. Some of them look like us.
Totoo yun?
Oh, seriously? Most of them,
Yeah.
they look like us?
Yeah. Not most, but some of them remained on Earth, as Earthlings. But some already departed and went back to their planets.
Kasi sir, ito, curious din ako, no? Like, kasi about, let's say, movies about Men in Black and all these movies about Star Wars and all these movies about aliens and extraterrestrial, I feel like the people who wrote those stories is it because they're just very imaginative, or probably they have an experience about it, or maybe
Or they are.
or maybe they are, or maybe they are. Kasi di ba po, like how like, and most of them are talagang very very atawag nito, detailed,
Vivid, specific.
Yeah, so parang. So do you think po talagang may nag-exist, and some of maybe the actors and the people who wrote it are aliens? Especially those people are so genius.
They said that Steven Spielberg is an alien.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yung
Yung pag-extraordinary yung pagiging matalino.
no?
Oo.
My God. Sir,
and it's no longer, by the way, these aliens and UFOs and ETs, they're no longer doubted, no? The Pentagon has already come out and saying it's true. The U.S. Navy,
Yes.
heads of state in Canada and England, said Jimmy Carter said that he has seen UFOs, and also Reagan, also, and Eisenhower did not really confirm, but he also saw. So it is no longer it's no longer fantasy. They really are here. And it has been admitted already by scientists, by astronomers, by
True.
the military, by the Navy, by the Air Force. This has been admitted. Wala na ano yan. Have you seen the Netflix disclosure? UFO disclosure? It's all there.
Yeah, we watch it.
All of
Yes, we
these
watch
things.
it. Oo.
In Netflix, UFO how do you call it?
So, bising mga
Disclosure.
Photoshop lang yan. Oh,
Pero bakit
it's
po
true.
hindi pa po siya yung parang nire-reveal na parang sa mainstream
Like it's
na parang
normal.
normal na siya na parang ito si ano yan, yung katabi ko yan, ano yung alien yan. Or why are they're not coming out din po na
Like, I'm
gano'n?
dating an alien. Yung mga
Yung
ganun
alien
ba?
na yan.
We are not prepared for it, but they will be coming more often because we are now ready. We are now ignoring all of these things. They laugh at people who said they have seen a UFO or ET. Adamski, for example, in I don't know when it was, 1960s or was abducted. Not abducted. No, he willingly went to a Venusian spaceship, and was brought to different planets. And nobody believed him. They think he's crazy. But now, what he was saying is being confirmed by scientists. So, I mean, all of these things are becoming common. And you're saying, why couldn't they say? Because we're not prepared for it. We will probably panic when we see them. But now, they will be coming in more. You will see more and more of this.
Unti-unti ang reveal.
Kasi,
They will
di
be
ba, sir,
revealing themselves already. Malapit na.
I'm excited.
Mark my
Ayan,
word.
dalawang yan. Sila
I'm so
Direk at saka si
ready.
Jcas.
Ready
Kasi,
ako.
Alam mo, curious ako, sir. Di ba, I know that yung pyramids daw, they were built by aliens, right?
Yes,
So,
yes.
pero, sir, curious lang ako. The Mayans, they said that they were built by aliens. So, curious ako, what about sa Philippines? Is there like a specific, I don't know, like a structure that the aliens built in the
Yung
Philippines?
perfectly made and measured.
Yes?
No,
Terraces? The terraces? They said like what's
some
the
of those
terrace?
in the Philippines are underwater. They're not on land.
Underwater.
They're underwater. Yes. That's why we don't see them.
And totoo rin po ba na yung mga some of our modern technology was also shared by these aliens? Like I believe the internet came from them.
Yeah, this in 1947 there was a crash of an alien spacecraft in Roswell, New Mexico, near the military base called Area 51. This was denied completely by the military for so many years. But later, now they have admitted talagang merong crash. Before they were saying, it's just a balloon, experimental balloon.
Lately lang nila ginawa yung
cloud formation. They have denied this for 75 years. But now, last year or 2 years ago, in 2019, or something, they started admitting that there was really, they found 3 aliens in that. I think 2 of them died, and I think 1 was alive. They brought this for examination. Autopsy nila yung patay. And then the one that's alive bargained for his health and said that he will teach the technology. That's why after 1947 there was this, you will notice a speeding up, rapid development in technology. It's alien technology. These were done by the aliens, fiber optics and all that. This is alien technology.
Oo nga eh.
Pero,
hindi na ito sekreto eh. And they say we're talking about something.
Yeah, people just...
That's hidden. Hindi na ito hidden. It's revealed, no? So people
Kaya
just
bago lang ni-reveal, siguro talaga kasi, para baka sinabihan na sila, ready na kaming i-reveal sarili namin. Unti-unti na para sa grand entrance nila, red carpet, Jessie.
Naka-red carpet na sila, sir. Oh my God. Pero sir, nung time na yun, I was just wondering kasi I just thought about we were talking about like aliens and all. Nostradamus, was he niya ba to? Na-predict niya ba to? Itong parang aliens are here and all this.
I have no knowledge of his prediction about aliens and all that.
Okay.
I have not read any. He has many predictions of what happened historically, like Hitler and all that. He had predicted, but not that. Not about that. Aliens.
Pero okay sir, so sige tapos na tayo sa aliens napag-usapan na-mention ko si Nostradamus sir. So Nostradamus sir, I know nagpe-predict siya ng mga what's gonna happen, like yung mga end of the world. And I'm sure like you had this conversation.
He never said end of the world. Nostradamus never predicted the end of the world. His predictions ended in the year 2000 something, yes. But it is not, doesn't mean it's the same way that the Maya calendar. There's a Mayan calendar here. You see that my back? There is There is something here, that circle.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
I
Mayan
have
calendar,
a smaller one.
which
Yes.
Oh.
ended December 21, 2012, no?
Yes.
And then wala na, no? So they said that 2021, December 21, 2012 will be the end of the world. The Mayan calendar did not predict end of it is the end of a cycle. That's why it ended there. Their cycle ended on December 20, and misinterpreted yan, no, by the people. So the world did not end on December 21, 2012, because they
Pero,
misunderstood this calendar of the Mayan. No?
pero sir, ito
And the
ha.
Mayans
Oo.
were also saying that their knowledge came from aliens, from outer space.
Oh.
People that came from
Pero,
the sky. No, that's what they said. See?
pero
But
is it
nobody's
just,
listening to them. Nobody believes it. So what can we do? So even now, the people who are listening to us, I would say
yes.
majority will not believe what we're talking about. No?
Exactly, for sure. They'll just be like, okay, what? But I'm sure you had that experience, and do you care whenever they say like, what are you
You
talking
know,
about? I don't
I
even.
don't really care so much what they believe. Before, I was very interested in convincing people that I'm correct. No, but now I don't care whether you believe, because I'm not interested in convincing people. If you don't believe it, that's your problem, not mine. I don't
True,
care.
true, true.
As long as
Oo.
I believe it, as long as I have proof, and I can prove to myself, I'm satisfied, because I am not here to convert the world, no, or to evangelize. No, I'm not interested. I want I can share with you like what you're doing now. No, if you're interested, I will share with you what I know. But I'm not going to convince you that I'm correct. No, okay, it's up to
True,
you.
true,
Tama.
true.
Oo.
Oo, totoo po yan. So, yeah, just like us, like, like if you don't want to watch us, it's okay. We still continue doing what
Oo.
we're doing and pasayahin ng, like make everyone laugh and smile, and then it's up to you if you want to listen or watch to us. Pero parang sa inyo po, ang dami, alam mo, grabe itong mga topics natin, no? Kaya nagulat nga ako, dami nanonood. Sabi ko, pag ganitong topic po talaga, no? Sir, question na, okay. Curious po ako, what about yung Halloween? So they're saying that usually pag Halloween daw, yung mga spirits mas nagiging stronger, at saka yung aside from Halloween, yung pag every 3 o'clock is like a witching hour. How true is that?
It's our own mind that's creating it. If you believe that they are around, they'll be around. So if you believe that during that time there will be spirits hovering around and you're attuned to them, they'll be around. So it's we ourselves who are creating it, not them. Spirits can appear anytime, any day. No, there's a particular time where they will appear, and you can find that in the book of Allan Kardec, the book of spirits, where he interviewed spirits, and this book is actually written by the spirits. I mean, the answers there. Allan Kardec, the French writer, who really started the spiritism in France and in Brazil and also in the Philippines. The influence of Allan Kardec is very strong. He started spiritism all over the world, especially in Brazil and in the Philippines. So yun, spirits are all around us. No? And if you
So
tune
even
in,
po sa mga bahay namin, like, alam mo, sa mga bahay-bahay, are they, kasi sabi nila meron daw dito, like, in every household daw po, is there like a spirit that lives there?
yeah, there are two kinds of spirits. So there are spirits who follow the people wherever they are. Tumusunod yung espiritu. But there are spirits who stay in one place and they don't leave. No? So there are different kinds of spirits in the spirit world. There are
So
some
paano po,
malevolent ones, but most spirits are good. No? They are harmless.
pero sir,
Pero
okay,
meron
spirits.
masasama po na, meron po ba yung mas malakas na spirit as they can affect like
Mga
physical things, they can
poltergeist.
move things?
Poltergeist.
Yes,
Oo.
yes, the poltergeist phenomenon is done by spirits.
Pero sir,
Yeah,
question,
they're possible to move material object. They can
ano
influence.
po yung cause nun? Bakit nagiging poltergeist sila?
Well, usually these are spirits who have bad intentions, or those who are earthbound, cannot accept they are dead. They're doing the same thing that they were doing when alive. No? So unless they admit they are already dead, they will do all these crazy things, no? And scare people. But most ghosts are good. No? They're harmless. Most. So you should not be afraid of them.
So sir, so kung may ganun, may ghost po dito, and most of them, let's say, they can admit that they're dead already. So, what about those ghosts those spirits that, let's say, after death, you're supposed to follow the light, and then for reincarnation. So, first po yung following the light, like, and go straight to heaven and hell or limbo. I mean, are those real? I mean, I believe in heaven, but sometimes I'm questioning myself.
There are hierarchies in the spirit world. There are hierarchies, no? So if spirit is earthbound, they're on the lowest plane, they can still be heard, they can be around and all that. Later on, when they go to the higher plane, you don't see them anymore. No? So they go into the light, that's a higher plane of existence, until they go into the seventh. No? There are 7 planes, and each plane has 7 subplanes. No? And that is I think that's the reason why Christ said, "In my Father's house are many mansions, and I prepare a place for you." I think he was talking about the different dimensions in the spiritual realm.
Mas higher ang level, mas malaki yung bahay, mas mansion.
Mas mansion. Pero ito po, sir, so what about those, because whenever there's someone died, right? So please pray for, for my let's say my father's spirit. I hope he will go straight to heaven. So is it true po na the more prayers that people will pray for that soul, the more that he will go straight, I mean, he would level up his, diba, category. The prayers helps?
Prayer helps.
Okay. Yes.
And prayer helps in the sense that it tells the spirit that is already dead, no? And it helps them to be at ease in the spirit world. So prayers help.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So meron din po, so pag nandun na sila sa next pinakamataas na level, they can be reincarnated?
Wala na yun. Pagka pinakamataas na, they don't care anymore. They're in another plane of existence. But as long as there's a lower plane,
are they coming back?
Influence the earth.
So saan po pumapasok yung reincarnation?
Alin?
Reincarnation po.
Anong level po yung
after
game?
a while, when you have already achieved certain level of knowledge there, you come back to life. And you decide when you're going to come back and what place, no? You know what I found out very interesting, no, about in my classes in Soulmates regression. Most of the past lives of Filipinos were foreigners. They were either Americans, Japanese, Australians, British, no? And very few people in my class were Filipinos before. And that to me explains why Filipinos want to go back to their countries in the previous life. They want to go to America, to Japan, to Australia, because they were there before.
Bakit gusto natin ang Western culture? At
That's the reason why.
That's the reason. I think, I can be wrong.
Ako gusto ko dito so at pumunta dito, so sabi na nga ba, Amerikano ako before
Oh,
Possible. Kaya ngayon, hindi ka na.
Tinituro po yan sa nyo, sa class nyo, about reincarnation?
Yes. It's in my class on karma and reincarnation and soulmates.
Oh my God, I'm
I explained
so
that very clearly.
When is your next class po, sir?
I will let Daniel flash it, I think, in November.
Yeah, and definitely po, we will help you.
Third weekend of November.
Oh my God, I'm sure a lot of people from the US
Yeah,
po.
anybody can enroll all over the world. It's online.
Oh, wait, is it live po? Is it live? Live? The seminar?
Well, it is live in the sense na when it is being offered, it is live.
So what time? Usually kasi magkaiba yung oras, no?
Ito, nandito na.
Naku, care ko. Magigising talaga ako. Soulmates and karma and
siguro
reincarnation.
Oras. I will ask Daniel to... Ayan, no? It says soulmate.
Ayan nakalagay.
Kasi usually po, pag 2 to 5 p.m. po,
December
that's, for example,
5. Akala ko meron tayo November, Daniel.
Oo. December meron din daw po. Pero, sir ha, FYI sa mga taga-US po, 2 to 5 is like madaling araw po sa amin. So, this time po is perfect. Kasi mga 10, that means it's 10 o'clock here in the evening.
So we will consider that. We will see when the best.
Ayan. Ang daming nanonood. Grabe. Nagulat ako. Ang daming nanonood about
Marami na sa ating ngayon.
Sobra! Sabi ko,
Oo.
aba, pero sabi ko nga, naku, ang
Well,
daming,
hello, thank you.
may mga friends ako nagme-message, Jess, alamin mo, kasi ko, oo. Nagte-text ngayon. Oo, sige, definitely. Mukhang sabay-sabay kaming lahat mag-e-enroll. Pero sir,
Okay.
may nag-ask, gusto ko, very interesting yung question dito nung is, can you please put it again direct? Please, it says here, sir, do murdered victims remain at the place they were murdered in?
Yeah, si Joni
Yes,
ang
some of them,
nagtanong.
yes.
Yes.
Some of them, they haunt the place. That's why some places are haunted, because they died there. No? So that's one of the reasons. They're angry, and they cannot accept that they are dead. They want justice. No? So they are there waiting. No? And, and sometimes they do not accept that they are dead. So they haunt the place. So they have to be helped to go into the light, to go to the higher plane.
Do you help? Do you do that services, sir? Do you listen? Do you help them?
Several times I have done this, but I don't do it anymore. No? Because I get affected. I get easily into trance. No? I fall down and I get in. Not because I'm afraid, but because I'm very sensitive to energy. But before I used to be more maybe stronger, mas matapang ako, mas brave. I used to
Oh
do
my
that, do
God.
exorcisms and
Oh my God!
cast out.
Exorcism? Napossess
Yes,
na po kayo?
No, not me, but other people have been. And also in Poland, I did some exorcism in Poland.
Ay, ang social sa Poland.
Sa Poland? Oo.
I was invited in 2005 to 2007. I've been going in and out of Poland, Warsaw, and Poznan to conduct seminars on these things, no? On creativity, on soulmates, on ESP, and several others. No? So for 3 years, I've been going in and out of Poland. And my books have been translated into Polish language.
Exactly,
6 of my
no?
books.
Ang
So
dami.
yung mga nagpo-possess po ba, ito lang, other spirits po na tao before, or are these elementals or may demon pa po?
But there are many spirits in the spirit world. Iba yung tao, iba yung elementals, iba yung angelic, iba yung ETs. No? There are many spirits in the spirit world. So the first thing to do is to identify, sino ba yan nanggugulo? Ano bang klaseng spirito yan? See?
Oh my
Ganun.
Maraming klase.
Grabe,
Iba't ibang
no?
kinds of spirits, hindi
Iba-ibang
lang siya
kinds ng-
hindi lang siya yung dating tao or tao siya dati.
Not
Oo.
necessarily.
So,
There are some ETs also who inhabit certain
Pati
places.
aliens din, oo.
Aliens, yes.
So, sir, talagang prayers can really help po, no? Let's say
Yes,
if you
it can
go
help.
into a places
Prayers
you're
can help.
haunted.
Yes.
The cross, what about the crucifix and the holy water? Kasi ganun eh, magdala ka
Well,
niyan,
if you
magdala ka.
believe in it, it will help. If you don't believe in it, it won't help. You see?
Oh, so you have to believe in it.
Yeah, if you believe, if you believe that a particular stone will drive spirits out, it will drive the spirits. It's your mind.
It's your
See,
faith in
it's your
mind.
mind. You see, people don't realize that. No,
Oh.
even yung mga crystals and anting-anting and all that. If you believe in it, it will have an effect.
Opo,
You see?
opo. May nag-ask po dito, ang dami nila, pang-apat na tong sila Ate Pilar, ang dami, about angels daw po. Is
Ano?
angels, mga anghel po.
Oh,
Angels,
what about
are they
What
true?
about angels?
Are there, do they exist?
Anong category po
If
sila?
you-
Are
if
they
you
just
believe
good
in-
spirits?
If you believe in Christianity, if you believe in the Muslim religion, they talk about angels. No? The Muslim religion believes in angels. No? And even in Jesus Christ, no? They consider Jesus a prophet, not a God. The Muslims, the Christians consider Jesus a God. So it depends on your belief system again. It all boils down to our belief system.
To our beliefs. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
and we
okay.
respect all kinds of belief. I don't care what religion you have. I respect that.
Opo, totoo po yan, no? Ako naman ang firm believer po ako that we're angels for each other. Like
Sure,
God utilized
everybody,
each and every
iba yung
one.
angel,
Yeah.
iba yung spirit guide. Everybody has a spirit guide. Yung angel is a messenger of God according to the Christian religion. It's a messenger of God, no? The angels. In fact, that's what the angel means, a messenger. No? And iba yung spirit guide, guides you. No?
Meron din pong spirit guide.
Do all of us have spirit guides or
Yes,
assigned to us?
Yes, at least one. According to some people, I have 7 because I have a lot of responsibilities. So I have 7 spirit guides. Sayang, I don't know whether I can show you the faces of this, because there is one particular medium channel in England who can draw the faces of your spirit, and she drew 7 spirit mukha ng mga spirit guides.
Wow.
And I don't know whether if I can.
Okay po,
find
meron
it
po
here.
kayong glam team, ha?
Meron po kayong glam
Oo,
team.
kailangan niyo po yun. Ang dami
Oh
niyo
my
po
God, I
natutulungan
love
eh.
it. So,
Yeah.
kami po, like, can you tell po kung meron kaming
No,
spirit guides?
I can.
You
I
can't.
can. I can. No,
Ay,
I don't have
Can
the
we
particular power.
communicate somehow with our spirit guide? Or
guides?
is it a good idea?
Yes, but actually, that's what my complaint is. Sabi ko, you're 7 of them, you're there, but you haven't talked to me. I haven't. You don't answer. Sabi ko, so I don't know whether you're there or not.
Oo nga eh.
But there was only one time I felt they were there. It was one time na I cannot forget.
Wait, was it the person who told you po, was it a fortune teller or a
No,
psychic medium?
there were 3 individuals, three different people who were saying the same thing. One
Oh, they don't know each
was
other.
an American from the Inner Peace Movement who said I had 7 spirit guides. Then second is Coral Polge, a British medium who even drew the faces of my spirit guides. Third is a Filipino who can talk to angels, and he said I had 7 spirit guides. So tatlo sila are saying the same thing, but they don't know each other.
Oh my God.
Ano po itsura ng mga spirit guide, yung mga AFAM po, mga
Oh, in
Amerikano
fact,
rin
there
po?
is a German, there is a Chinese, there is a Filipino, and there is several women and several men. I don't know if I can
my-
find it here. No? I'll show you the spirit guide.
Now I wanna know.
Uh,
Paano po
Ano,
namin
maybe
malalaman
next
yung mga
time
spirit
lang if
guides?
I cannot find it. It's somewhere here.
Opo. How will we know po kami, like we're curious to know our spirit guides. So who do we need to talk to if we wanna
Yourself.
learn?
you can link with them through meditation. If you can go to that level, then you can meet them. No? But it's difficult. No? You have to be really sensitive to be able to. But some people are lucky that their spirit guides talk to them and they can see them. There are some people like that.
Wow.
I don't know whether you know this woman who became famous, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, the Swiss psychiatrist or psychologist who talk about the stages of death and dying. Are you familiar with that? Death and dying.
po.
Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, very famous. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. She is an expert on dying and death. And she talked about the 5 stages. Primero is denial and all that, and later acceptance. Yung 5 stages of dying. She became famous for that. There was an interview with her in of all places, Playboy magazine, where she
my God.
revealed. And
Playboy.
Playboy magazine. If you look at the literary in the pictures, they're high level. They're very
Yes,
high
yes.
quality.
Oh, yes,
literature.
They're known for their
And
good pieces.
Kubler-Ross
Yes.
was interviewed on Playboy magazine, where she revealed that the spirit guide materialized and spoke to her, and she was criticized by the psychiatric community abroad because of the revelation. Then she kept quiet. She shut up and never talked about it anymore because she was criticized for that when she was just being honest. No? And materialized in front of her, the spirit guide she saw. When she revealed that in her, I just don't know whether I still have that
Sige,
issue
tingnan nga
of
natin.
Playboy magazine.
Sige, baka po makita po namin. So ito so yung mga spirit guides na yan na sinasabi nyo na you can talk through meditations, no? So I'm sure meron po kayo, I know na nagtuturo kayo, meron kayong book about meditation. Like, can we do it is there a DIY, like do it yourself meditation that we can do?
Yeah, iba-iba ang klase ng meditation. There's so many types. There is one book, no, which is parang what they call it, buffet type. It's called How to Meditate by Lawrence Lashan. He is a psychologist. Lawrence Lashan, this book talks about different kinds of kaya parang ang buffet.
Really?
Everything is there, every type. You choose which one works for you, sabi niya. So there are about 10 or 20 different types of meditation in that book. I think it must still be available, although it must have been written 20 years ago.
Sa Amazon.
How to Meditate by Dr. Lawrence Lashan. There is no longer available in the Philippines, but I'm sure Amazon.com must have it.
What about you, sir? Do you teach meditation? Like on
In my class, there
live?
is certain it is a meditation to heal yourself. That's one of my courses. Self-healing through self-healing through visualization. How to use imagery to heal yourself. Yan.
Oh my God, ayun, self-healing, the
Ayun,
visualization.
meron
Okay.
din.
Yeah, there is
Sabi
a
po,
very...
may nag-ask po dito, hindi ko na nakita kung sino nag-ask eh. Does yoga help daw po? Through
Yeah, I'm not
meditation?
into yoga, but yes,
Si
it's
Ate Pilar pala. Will yoga
there
help?
have been scientific studies on the effects of yoga and also effects of meditation, and they're all positive.
Oo nga.
My God.
But I'm not into yoga, but
Oo.
I would
So
like to.
meditation,
There is somebody
excited.
who can.
Sir,
It's a very good practice.
excited na kaming mag-enroll.
Sir, paano po yung, do you believe that a certain person can levitate if they will it?
Oh yeah, levitation is. Do you know that there are 16 saints in the Catholic religion? 16 saints who can levitate. The most famous in the modern
Really?
time is Padre Pio.
Oh, sa Bene.
Padre Pio became a
Padre
saint,
P.
no?
Uh-huh.
But there's so many stories about Padre Pio. It's fantastic because I'm a follower, devotee of Padre Pio, and there are so many stories. One of the most interesting stories during World War II, there was a pilot, a plane that was shot, a British pilot that was shot, and this plane was going down, was going to crash, and he saw a monk flying, and he guided the plane safely down. And it was a monk with a capuchin, what do you call it, attire. So when he told his colleagues that about this plane, why it didn't crash because this monk guided this plane. No? He was levitating. But they said that there is a monastery here. It was in Italy that happened, and they went there. And when this pilot saw Padre Pio, he said, "That's the monk who saved my plane. He was levitating." And Padre Pio never left the monastery.
Oh my God.
Yet he was doing some help. He helped them. So, ang daming istorya tungkol kay Padre Pio. And I wrote several articles on Padre Pio.
Yes.
Oh my God. So, dami po naming babasahin.
Marami.
My mind,
Ang
my mind.
dami.
You know how
Mind
many
blown.
books I have read on this subject?
Oo nga.
3,500 volumes I have read on this subject. 3,500
Meditating,
4,000.
yes.
So,
That's
ito,
the number of books I have read on this subject. So that's why I can answer your questions.
Oo nga, yeah. Because you did your research.
in front, no? Ito, sir, may question ako about the process, how you wrote all the books that you've written for so many years. Pero before that, sir, meron akong na-mention mo kanina, and I even wrote it here, about what it says, remote viewing. Kasi curious kami, what is, because I know you talk about it, like what is remote viewing for those
it's
people who
one of
don't
the
know?
most scientifically studied psychic power. It was studied from 1970 to 1990 at the Stanford Research Institute, called now SRI International, in Menlo Park, California. See, the reason this was financed by 4 agencies of the U.S. government: the CIA, NASA, military intelligence, and another agency, secret. No, very few people knew about this study, and the reason for that is that there were rumors coming from Russia that the Russians had developed psychics that could decode military codes and could tell could read people from afar. No? Could project their mind so far. They didn't believe this. So they commissioned the SRI to conduct a study. Totoo ba ito? And then this study was done very secretly by 2 physicists who didn't believe in this. This Dr. Russell Targ and Harold Pathoff. They're physicists. They don't know anything about it, so they had to start from scratch. And they were helped by Ingo Swan, who was a psychic, and also by Harry Price, a former policeman who was very psychic. And they tested him, and they were able to prove that that remote viewing is true. So now, many military intelligence people, the CIA, are taught remote viewing. It's part of the curriculum now. Because and in my class, I teach this, 90% to 100% of the class are able to do remote viewing. It's the easiest of all things, of all psychic powers. In my class, they're able to do this.
Ay, Jessie.
Halika nga, mag-enroll
Gusto ko na
na
magka-power.
tayo.
Kasi feeling ko parang hindi natin na-unlock pa yung the capacity of our brain eh.
You know,
Parang
what
sayang.
Dr. William James said that the average human being uses only 10% of his mental capacity.
Yes.
I think he's wrong. We're using only 1%.
Sayang
That's
kasi
it.
eh. Oo.
Oh my God.
Sir, paano po yung, where would you categorize this, yung multiverses, different dimensions, and is it true that there are different versions of us in different
You're talking about
universes?
the multiverse, the many worlds
Multiverse.
theory.
Multiverse.
Multiverses, yeah.
There is number theory in physics, in quantum physics, about the multiverse, that there are several universes that exist simultaneously with us, so that there are several us, you
Versions.
exist in several
Yeah,
dimensions.
versions of us, yes.
So there is this theory right now, which is being,
It's just a theory.
before they were laughing at this, but now they're saying there seems to be some proof that this is true. It's still a theory up to now.
Oh, parang may movie
But I
yan
have
sa
been to
Korean.
I have been to the fourth dimension, and I know it exists.
You've been there?
How does it look like? Does it look like
the
Earth?
astral plane is the fourth dimension.
Did you see yourself there too, as well? Like a version of you?
I have been there in that plane, astral.
Natumimik
Okay,
kami, Chika.
I think we have
First time kami
over 1 hour time. Basta
Oo
kita yung
nga.
put ko rito sa
Sige
kawa.
po.
I think
Oo,
nga.
pasensya na po,
Ayan.
pasensya na.
Pasensya na
My
po,
God,
pero
thank you so much po, sir.
we are so,
maraming salamat po. At saka ano
Okay,
po, we will
welcome.
promote. So how many books po do you have so far? 20,
Well,
20
you see,
right?
most of my books are out of stock now, but you can.
So what are the books that you're promoting po?
Amazon.com probably still has it. I don't know who's selling it to Amazon, because I did not send it to Amazon.com, but some people must have sent it there. It's been selling like hotcakes. But in here, in my office, there are only 2 available: yung Soulmates, Karma, and Reincarnation, and the Psychic World and You. Oh, there's another one. The 21st book I wrote is the psychic powers displayed by Jesus and the prophets. So there are 3 books available in my office, and
Can we buy it po dito sa
flash that.
US? Can we purchase it
to
in the
order
US?
These books. These are very cheap, by the way, especially if you talk in dollars.
Opo.
$3
Pero
for the
what about here po?
We can look for Amazon.
In Amazon books na lang po, no? Sige, ipopromote po namin yung books nyo.
You can order from me these things that are new. Wala pa sa Amazon. No?
Talaga po. Ayan. Kakausapin namin si Daniel po. Tsaka
si
mag-enroll
Daniel.
po kami ni Jcas, ha? Kaming tatlo
Oo.
actually.
Oo.
Makikita
Very
niyo po
good.
kami sa class nyo.
We will inform you.
Opo.
Ayan.
Pero make sure lang po na sana po kahit mga 10 a.m. dyan para
Yeah,
10
we
a.m.
will consider that. We will see whether we can
Opo,
change
para
that.
lahat po ng taga po East Coast and West Coast can definitely join. My God,
Talaga.
excited ako.
Okay, we will consider
Excited
that.
ako. My God,
Okay.
mabubuksan na rin sa wakas.
So-
Maraming salamat po, sir. Sir, would you like
Welcome.
last message to everyone and anything that you want to plug? Please feel free.
There's nothing I can say except that I really don't have any talent that's not possessed by anybody, and I hate the word paranormal expert. The word paranormal is it exists, the word, only because anything that cannot be explained by science they call paranormal. So once this is explained, that's no longer paranormal. So what I've been trying to do for those past so many years, 40 years now, is to study these things that are ignored by science. And I have discovered many things that are really remarkable about the other dimensions, other levels of reality. And if science will only look at this, it will make more progress. As Nikola Tesla said, and I always quote this quotation from Tesla, Nikola Tesla, who's a genius. He said that the moment science studies non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than all the centuries of its existence. And I agree with him. Thank you.
Ayan.
Galing.
Thank you po.
Opo. So plug
Ayan.
po, kahit anong pong gusto nyo pong i-plug. Yung, of course, yung
Well,
kami na lang
that's
po.
my books and my seminars, and I think
Yes, definitely po.
pa-flash yan ni Daniel.
Ni Daniel po.
Daniel, can you flash those things?
Yes,
Because
yes.
she's not here. She's in her house, and because
Opo.
you know,
And then,
she cannot
isisend po,
relate.
nasend po sa amin ni Daniel yon. Nasa link po lahat. Lahat po nasa link, guys. So, whoever's watching right now, there's so many people's watching right now. Guys, please feel free and we will post it po and we will reach out to Daniel because we will definitely
We'll
enroll
post it
in your class.
separately din po. Pero nasa live comments po yung link na nakikita na po ng mga tao.
Makikita po ng lahat yan.
Ayan.
Naku,
Okay.
excited na kami.
Ayan.
Thank you, sir. We will
Yeah,
see you
thank
in
you.
November. We will see you in November po.
November?
Sa class niyo.
Okay.
Sa class niyo po.
Yes.
Okay.
Noon.
Thank you so much. Thank you po. Okay,
You're
Jcas,
welcome.
close the show.
We'll just close the show, sir. Thank you mga ka-OAGOT for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video amongst your friends and also follow us here in Over a Glass or Two in the Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And also subscribe to our Over a Glass or Two YouTube channel. Sir,
Yes.
Idol,
Okay. Hi.
Kuya Jaime Licauco, thank you for sharing your knowledge. Let's have our last toast.
Welcome.
Mga
Yes.
ka-OAGOT and sir, amidst the pandemic, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it. Over a glass or two. Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Jaime.
Ingat.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining M-Skull. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum.